So let's get out the way and let's talk about the meat and butter. Meat and butter? I don't know, bread and butter. Yeah, the bread and butter of this podcast, which is talking about Avengers Endgame. Now, the premiere came on Monday. Tuesday, yesterday, it was released in China, as well as certain, it was press screenings, and certain people of the public, got to see it a little bit ahead of time. And so the reviews are in. Reviews are in from social media all the way to just flat out full reviews. And the consensus say that this movie is awesome. Some may call it a masterpiece. Some call it just a great movie. Some recognize that it have its problems within the first 2 acts, the first 2 hours. But a lot of people, the consensus from the people that I've listened to it, their reviews, they all basically say the same thing. The last act, the final hour of this movie is one of the craziest, best things to happen in superhero movie history. And I know that's really hyping it up. Hopefully it lives up to that hype. I can't wait to see this. I'm constantly hearing this, and every time I hear it from a reviewer, a person that's seen it, I get so hyped because I'm so happy about this. Now, I was talking to my nephew a little bit earlier, and I told him, now, this is non-spoiler. I've heard, what I'm about to say is non-spoiler. I haven't seen the movie. I've been avoiding spoilers because if you haven't listened to me talk about spoilers before, which I'm going to get into a little bit, I hate spoilers. I really hate spoilers. I don't give a spoiler to a movie unless a person just do not care at all. Just doesn't care. And I'm even hesitant at that point to even do it. But I don't give out spoilers. I try to tread lightly. And I don't like having spoilers being delivered to me, especially when it's something that I want to see. I don't care. Game of Thrones, I don't want to hear anything about who dies, what happens in there, and all that stuff. Because even though I've only seen maybe the first episode and maybe part of the second episode of the first season, I mean literally at the beginning, it's going to be a point in time where I have time set aside when I'm going to watch Game of Thrones. The first season, second season, have all the way to the end. Not probably each season back to back, but it's going to be time where I'm going to eventually watch the whole series. And I don't want to know anything. I want to go in with knowing as little as I know now and just going off of that. So you don't have to worry about it. But basically, I was talking to my nephew earlier, and I guess you could say I kind of got spoiled, but not really. It wasn't anything that was given to me from somebody, that was being an idiot online and just giving out the spoiler, the movie spoiler, and nothing like that. So hopefully I can get from now until then without being spoiled with anything. But what I got spoiled with was something that reviewers had said and something I've seen in the actual Endgame trailer. So it was one thing with the whole, and I don't know if people are going to take this as a spoiler, so you could probably fast forward a little bit. But just from what people saying, the final hour was just crazy and everything else. And it got me thinking what could it contain? What could it contain? And I watched a Endgame trailer and I saw a scene. I'm not going to say what Endgame trailer it was because they do have titles for each one. And I did watch this and I saw a scene in that trailer which kind of basically put 2 and 2 together from what people were saying about the last act, the final act or whatever in Endgame, and then that scene, and then certain things in the other trailers or whatever, just piecing together certain things. It's now I really understand what that may contain. I'm not going to say what it is, or what trailer and anything else, but it was I was kind of spoiled. And it's I'm kind of mad, but I'm kind of not. I'm kind of not mad because I don't want to overhype myself for this final act. And I myself may not find it as crazy or as good as everyone else put it out to be. But at the same time, I'm kind of mad that I do know because I wanted to go in there as an actual surprise as to what it is. Now, I could have everything wrong. But from what I saw in the trailer, as, compared to, as plus on top of what I've heard from other reviewers, it's kind of like a, just a conclusion that I came to that this may end up being part of the final act. Which, if it is, I'm not mad at it. As far as just what it may contain, this look like it's gonna be something special. It's gonna be something special. Hopefully, I love it. But basically, from what I hear, so John Campion is a person that I follow a lot when it comes to reviews and just his points of view. And from one thing that he said is that, like, yeah, it does have like slow points within the first 2 hours, first 2 acts or whatever. But he said, just like a lot of people, you do not want to get up for that third act. You do not want to get up. So if you going to go see this movie and you don't want to miss a thing, strategically plan out your drinking process and your piss break. He says that, like, it's a point in time, he didn't say specifically, of the second act of where you can get up, go to the bathroom real quick and come back. And you won't be like, missing out on a whole bunch. But that third act, you do not want to miss it. And I know what I'm going to do. Today I ate something that got me full for like hours. And I mean hours. I ate it at work and I came home, fell asleep, woke up, still wasn't hungry. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna fill up on something before I go to the show, drink something probably light or whatever, and then when I go, and it's gonna suck because whenever I go to the show, I go and I get me, I rarely get me popcorn. If I get me popcorn, I'll take some cinnamon sugar that I have in like a little thing, sneaking in, of course, whatever, pour it on the popcorn, mix it up because I like cinnamon popcorn. And if you haven't tried it, try it. It is, if you love cinnamon sugar and if you love popcorn and if you like both of those combinations together, oh my God, do it. Just try it. It's so good. Just so good, man. But yeah, so whenever I go, I'll get like a large, medium or large pop, and I'll get me a hot dog to eat because popcorn, I may or may not eat it. Majority, 9.5 out of 10 times, I probably won't eat it, so a hot dog, I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat it all, so I'm going to get my money's worth with it. And it's kind of like I want that experience. I want to have that when I go see this movie. The first time seeing it, got to see it in IMAX. It's a special occasion. I want to have like my pop on the side of me. I want to have something to eat. I want to be like, oh, I just wanted to have it all. But hey, I mean, sacrifices. What we learned in Infinity War. So, but I'm ready for it. I'm ready. I'm really, really ready for it. I don't know what everyone else's game plan is, but that's what my game plan is so that I won't miss a damn thing. And just talking about, getting back to what I was talking about with spoilers. Yeah. When it comes to spoilers, so the Russos last week, I didn't get to touch on it because of just being busy and stuff like that, and kind of partly being lazy. And the Russos put out a letter to fans, basically telling us to keep our mouths shut, to not spoil it. Everybody wants to go in and have this type of like, experience. And you can't have that experience if you know everything that's about to happen. And it's just, I agree wholeheartedly. I feel like, why spoil? Why spoil something that you and everyone else wants to see? Like, it's just, there should be a point in time where everybody should just go in and just enemies can just coexist. Where it's like, you don't care about spoilers, I do, but we want to see this movie. Let's go watch it. It should be something like that, where it's like enemies become friends for 3 hours, and then after that we go back to be enemies. It should be something like that where people should just come together, say kumbaya. Which I know is this is a lot to ask for, but you would think. But I mean, it's people out there, and when I think about these like people that come out and just want to spoil stuff, say this happened, that person died, blah blah blah, and I know I'm just asking for it because I might have the wrong person just listen to this and then just throw in the spoiler. So after I upload this, I'm not gonna be looking at my notifications. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I want to stay away. But in any case, when it comes down to it, it's like, don't spoil it. If you know something about the movie, if right now you're probably going to have pirated versions of it from China or whatever online and everything else, and if you sat there and watched the horrible version of it, and you just want to write down some stuff, that way you can just shoot out spoilers all over social media, just don't. I think about the Joker, no, not the Joker, Alfred line from The Dark Knight. Some people just want to watch the world burn. And that's essentially what these like trolls are. That's essentially what they are. They just, it's just, man, I just don't understand it. Maybe like I said, people just want to watch the world burn. There's no logic to it. They just do things like the Joker. I don't think, I just do. And that's basically all the way it is. I just don't understand it. So I've been treading carefully, trying not to get spoiled, and yeah, successfully, I can say I came out on top, and I've avoided major spoilers. So I'm literally in the dark, just like a lot of other people that is waiting for this movie. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, if you can find it in your heart. I know it sounded like just like a kids movie, but if you can find it in your heart to just maybe don't be an asshole, don't be that person, don't be a stupid idiot and go out and just spoil the movie for people that want to go in there blind. Because there's certain people that don't even watch the trailers, that don't want to know anything about it, that don't listen to theories, don't listen to reviews, don't watch the trailers or anything, that just want to go into there blind, so that they can basically get the biggest shock of everything. And I'm like, that's cool. I wish I had that, but I need to watch a trailer. But, it's just don't spoil it. I just, there's no point. You're not getting paid for it. You're not going to get $1 every time you put out a spoil and somebody gets spoiled by it. And the bigger the spoil, the more money you get. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to be stupid. It really isn't. And then, the other thing I'm going to get to is that when it comes to Avengers and Infinity War. I keep out to say Infinity War. Avengers Endgame. It's something to marvel at. I'm not gonna talk too much longer for this because I'll be talking for like an hour on this stuff because I've had before. The scores have came out. The score was revealed. It went from 98 to 97 right now on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm about to check right now to see if it has like jumped down a little bit more. But basically, yeah, it's up there. Like the consensus, everybody is coming together and just really, really loving this movie. And that got me truly optimistic because one of the things that I was thinking about this movie was that I hope that it's not something to where, it's a big hype for it. And then, you get the, reviews from a lot of people and they're constantly saying they're like, oh my, it almost hit the mark. It just wasn't like, it just was disappointed. But hey, like that was one of my worst fears. Because then that probably would have been a make or break on whether I want to cancel my other viewings for it. But to hear a lot of people are, saying that it is good, yeah, and with a 98, then 97% on Rotten Tomatoes, yeah, it got me wanting to see this movie. And then IMDb did a 9.3 out of 10, and IGN.com 9.5 out of 10. Man, them numbers. I'm just super excited for this movie. I just can't. I'm trying not to get too excited, but also, I didn't get to say it on my last podcast because it didn't happen and I didn't have it in my mind. So, going into Infinity War, I got my Infinity War, my Quantum Suit hoodie. It's a pullover. I wanted to get the zip up, but it just, with me thinking about this late in game and everything else, I ended up not getting it, prior. So I had to find, one, place that was going to ship it to me within, the amount of time before, Endgame comes out. Because, I'm not trying to have it be like, oh, it's coming Wednesday, and then you know how sometimes certain things you expect to come Wednesday, like, oh, it says it's gonna come Wednesday, and then oh, something unexpected happened. It's gonna come later than we expected. So expect it like tomorrow or Friday, and it's like, oh, I would have been so pissed. But I found a seller on Amazon that shot it to me. I ordered it Friday and I got it Sunday, so I was so happy. It fit good. It was coming from China, so I had to get like 2 sizes bigger. I would wear a medium, so I got a extra large. I probably should have got a little bit bigger, but I mean, I didn't want it to be too big. But it fits good. It fits good, and I'm going to wear that tomorrow. I'm going to wear it tomorrow, and I'm ready for it. I'm supremely ready for it. And yeah. I'm down for this movie. I'm just wearing it with pride. Like, and I wish that I would have did everything beforehand. It just, with my job and everything else, has just been crazy as far as hours and not getting hours and everything else. But I wish I would have did it all decked out. Because they had the quantum shirt, the quantum suit shirt. They had the pants that matched with the hoodie. They had a hat, and they had some shoes too. I'm like, man, if I would have did that and just, I would have been like, people probably would have been taking pictures. Like, oh man, we need to take a picture. You know how certain people are, and I guarantee you, it's gonna be several people with that. I'm going to a Regal because, like I explained before, with me trying to get tickets before, I couldn't get the IMAX at AMC Navy Pier while I stayed in Chicago, but I am planning on going to Navy Pier so I can get that experience. So hopefully I can do that next week. But yeah, I'm truly ready for this. I'm truly ready for this. And so let's jump right out of the Avengers talk discussion, because I believe that's all I needed to talk about.